Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Saturday morning's most exciting hour. John Roberts alongside Matthew Theo here to call all this great Gym Wars action. In our opening contest, Daniel Torch will take on Alexis Darevko.
That's right, both men jockeying for position here in APW for a little while. Alexis Darevko, a couple of wins under his belt against Sheik Kanabati, but Daniel Torch still looking for that number one.
And Matthew Theo, have we got a huge main event. This has passion, fight, and fire written all over it. Will Rood, the former employee of the boss, Derek Sanders, is going to take on the boss.
The Will Rood taking on the disrespectful Will Rood taking on the boss, Derek Sanders. Never showing an ounce of appreciation for everything that the boss did for him.
Well, that's coming up later on this hour in our huge main event. But now it's time for our opening contest as we await the introduction of the Russian Wolf, Alexis Darevko. Let's go down to Donovan Troy.
Making his way to the ring first, from Moscow, Russia, weighing 240 pounds, the Russian Wolf, Alexis Darevko.
And Matthew Theo, you can hear the Gym Wars crowd does not like to see Alexis Darevko walk through that curtain.
Alexis Darevko is a fine in-ring competitor here at APW. I've personally held that chain that he brings to the ring. That thing weighs 50 pounds. 50-pound chain to the ring.
Do you remember when he assaulted Sheik Kanabati with that chain? That 50-pound chain?
Yes, it was beautiful. You know, I hear sarcasm in your voice. Do you not believe that that chain weighs 50 pounds?
No, that's no sarcasm. I'm just saying that had to hurt. 50 pounds of steel coming across your back.
And his opponent from Modesto, California, weighing 150 pounds, Daniel Torch.
Well, the relative newcomer to All Pro Wrestling is making his way to the ring, Daniel Torch.
Yeah, Alexis Darevko is probably going to rip this guy into two. I mean, just take a moment, hang on a second, take a moment and look at Daniel Torch. What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
He's about a fourth of the size of Alexis Darevko. I think referee Toby Reynolds is a little bit bigger than him. But folks, that match is going to start in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back to All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Boot Camp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling, home of APW Boot Camp, is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include The Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley, and Alyssa Flash. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. You hear the opening bell, and this match is officially underway. The referee for this contest, of course, is referee Toby Reynolds, and there's a kick to the leg by Daniel Torch, just going right after Alexis Darevko. Theo, is that going to be the key to victory for Torch following that enziguri?
Absolutely. It seems as though Daniel Torch came into this match with a plan. He was going to use his speed, his agility. He got caught there by Alexis Darevko. Darevko there showing his strength compared to Daniel Torch.
Gets caught and slammed hard on the apron. That exposed steel beam just underneath the canvas. That really had to wreck the spine of Torch, but instantly trying to fight back. Big forearm smash rocks Torch. Gets sent across the ring. Huge clothesline opportunity there for Darevko, but gets ducked by Torch as well as the back elbow, but now he gets caught. Set up and a big scoop and a slam plants Torch. Darevko dropping a huge elbow across the throat. Cover 1, 2. A little bit lackadaisical with the cover, only able to get 2.
Daniel Torch needs to keep in mind that strategy that he came up with before this match started. He was going after the legs of Alexis Darevko, as tree trunk as they are. That is going to be the key to making sure that Darevko stays down on the mat so we can get that 3 count.
Well, you can hear the impact of flesh meeting flesh as Torch's chest is just getting lit up by Darevko. Darevko telegraphing that back body drop and a foot to the face by Daniel Torch, utilizing some of those martial arts skills. And now really just trying to take it to Darevko.
Going to that upper body again. That is the wrong way to go about it. Again, Alexis Darevko here with that huge just club to the back of the head in the corner. You are never going to be able to outmatch the strength of Alexis Darevko.
Well, Torch looking for that sit-out clothesline, but Darevko able to get out of the way. Now Darevko setting up for the stalling vertical suplex. The Joseph Stalin vertical suplex from Darevko, just planting Daniel Torch. 1, 2, only able to get 2 that time. Almost close to 3. And Darevko's just trying to make short work of Torch here.
One of my favorite things about Alexis Darevko is that look on his face. He never looks like he cares. He doesn't have a care in the world. He goes in there, and Daniel Torch may fight back a little bit, but if you take a look at the eyes of Alexis Darevko, he knows that Daniel Torch does not have a chance in the world in this match.
Well, Torch trying to fight out, ducks a couple of clotheslines, and sits out with a drop kick on the point. And it looks like he's got Darevko in a little bit of trouble. Darevko hung up in those ropes. And a forearm smash to the jaw by Torch. Oh, but now a counter by Darevko. Huge sit-out clothesline from the Russian.
Whoa.
Don't go anywhere, folks. This match continues.
Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If you are interested in having All Pro Wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
And we're back live here at Gym Wars. And Matthew Thiel, it looks like Darevko is just destroying Daniel Torch right now.
Well, again, like I was saying earlier in the match, Daniel Torch is never going to be able to outmatch the strength of Alexis Darevko, the man that trained to be a professional wrestling in the frozen tundras of Mother Russia.
And there's a big kick to the spine, and it looks like Daniel Torch's spine just got destroyed there, and it looks like his spine won't ever be the same following that kick. And it makes me wonder a little bit about the similarities of Daniel Torch's spine is All Pro Wrestling right now. So there's a cover. 1, 2, only 2 that time. You know, APW got rocked last week when the Carnival of Shadows won the Carnival game against Team APW.
That's absolutely true, but you see we're back on the air this weekend. The lights are still on. I would say the soul of APW is still in attack, especially with that effort that Dennis DeMarco gave going from bell to bell in that Carnival game match.
That was absolutely phenomenal, and the stuff that legends are made of, and we all tip our hats to Dennis DeMarco and putting everything on the line for Team APW, just like Daniel Torch is right now against Darevko, trying to put every ounce of effort into this match. Oh, but he gets a big back elbow. Just concussed there by Darevko, and the Russian Wolf is just manhandling Daniel Torch right now.
It's like a giant lion just playing with its prey before actually eating it. I don't know if Daniel Torch just has the physical strength to stay on top in this match. I don't know if it's physically possible.
Well, you were talking earlier about how you need to rely on his agility. Darevko is just destroying and manhandling him here. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to even mount some kind of agile offense.
I would say the inexperience of the rookie really shines through in this match. I mean, yes, he is giving a valiant effort against Alexis Darevko, but he's slapping the chest and elbowing the face. That's not the way to get Darevko off of his feet, and he's always going to pay with bombs like that.
The Lenin bomb connects, and there is the 3 count by Darevko, and Darevko gets the victory.
And the winner by pinfall in 5 minutes and 25 seconds, the Russian Wolf, Alexis Darevko.
Well, the Russian Wolf makes short work of Daniel Torch. And you got to give credit to the youngster here in All Pro Wrestling. He tried to put everything he could into this match. Unfortunately, it was just not enough, and the Lenin bomb spelt the end for Daniel Torch in this matchup.
It's absolutely true, and now Alexis Darevko holds a victory over Daniel Torch, and of course he holds 2 victories over Sheik Kanabati, who is still the #1 contender for the APW Worldwide Internet Championship. Time will only tell what is in the future for Alexis Darevko here in the coming weeks of APW.
All right, folks, well, don't go anywhere. We have to take a commercial break, but when we come back, Jason Anderson will be standing by with Will Rood to get words about our huge main event. We'll be right back.
If you would like to get involved behind the scenes with pro wrestling, we are looking for you. All Pro Wrestling is always on the lookout for talented interns in the areas of television production, including commentators, graphic design, and website design. We also have highly paid commission sales and marketing openings. For more information, email your qualifications and resume and tell us which area behind the scenes you'd love to be involved in. info@allprowrestling.com. Give us a call as well at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
APW fans, I'm Jason Anderson, standing by now with Will Rood. Will Rood will take on Derek Sanders in today's main event. Will, what's going through your mind right now?
You know what, Jason? I didn't sleep at all last night. Not one bit. All I could think about was how Derek Sanders, the boss, humiliated me and my family for more than 10 months. I was Derek's lackey. More than 10 months, I lied and cheated for Derek Sanders. And today, no more.
Well, we all know you're no longer employed by Derek Sanders, and financial experts are saying we're going to a double-dip recession. How are you doing during these tough financial times?
You know, everybody knows it's tough. You know it, I know it, all these APW fans know it. Financially, it's tough. But you know what? I'm going to be all right. I've been getting support from my friends, Big Country Jody Christofferson, and Out of Control Matt Carlos. We all know it's tough out there. The market's going down, but you know what? With friends, anything's possible. As long as I got people to have my back and I'm going to uphold people, it's going to be all right.
Will, what last words do you have for the boss heading into the main event?
Last words. For more than 10 months, I wanted to have words with you, Derek, but I had to keep my mouth shut. You know what, Derek? Today, I'm going to give you 10 months of this fist down your throat. 10 months of forearms, 10 months of chops, kicks, whatever I have to do to you, Derek. You're going to feel 10 months of frustration from me. Not only from me, but from every member of the Rood crew out there. You know what, Derek? Today is not going to be your day. You say you fired me, but I quit. And today, Boss Inc. goes bankrupt.
Fans, there you have it, the main event. Will Rood takes on the boss, Derek Sanders.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Boot Camp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling home APW Boot Camp is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include The Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley, and Alyssa Flash. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396.
Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to another edition of the APW News Break. I'm your host, the killer, Jay Matthias. Now, up next, we've got our main event, where Will Rood, the young, fiery rookie, taking on his former employer, the boss, Derek Sanders. Earlier, we heard from Will Rood telling us how excited and determined he is to win this match. But there's a reply waiting from the boss. Let's hear it now.
William Rood. Today is the day. Today is the day that I get to take you into that ring, and I get to show you, and I get to show all these APW nothings, all these APW loyals, exactly what an ungrateful little punk you are. Exactly how you are nothing compared to the boss. William, I gave you everything. I took you under my wing. I was going to make you a champion in this business. I was going to make you a star in this business. I was going to pave the road to stardom for you, William. And what did you do? You turned your back on me. You walked out on the boss. Well, guess what, William? No one ever walks out on the boss. Rule number 1, Will, I'm the boss. Rule number 2, Will, you never, ever walk out on the boss. So rule number 5, Will, you're an idiot. And right now, I'm going to show you exactly what happens when you try to walk out and you turn your back on the boss. I'm the boss.
Strong words from the boss, Derek Sanders. We'll see if he can back them up with action later this hour in our main event when he takes on Will Rood. Elsewhere in APW, we've got an all-out war going on between the APW All-Stars and the Carnival of Shadows. Led by Mr. Wrestling number 4, they've been taking on the Carnival, led by Corvus. These two men have been going at each other's throats, and they've cost each other victories. Mr. Wrestling number 4, in a tag team match, taking on Blackwell and Jekyll, was interfered with by Corvus, and it cost him the match. Mr. Wrestling number 4 got his revenge by interfering in Corvus's title shot and causing him to lose against Dylan Drake. Now finally, these folks led their teams to battle in a Carnival game match last week. Let's take a look at what happened between these two competitors, as well as their reactions to the outcome.
I'd like to start with a match between one member of your team and one member of ours. The winner of that match will gain an advantage in the Carnival game.
Corvus there, he's on the apron too. Again, the distraction playing a pivotal part in this match.
Oh, and Dutra sends Omega into Corvus. There's the O'Connell roll.
And there we go.
1, 2, 3,
no,
but there's no referee.
Darkness must have been distracting the referee on the other side of the ring.
Well, there's a cover. 1, 2, 3, and following the kick to the face by Corvus, the Carnival of Shadows has the man advantage for the main event.
The entire Carnival of Shadows in this match working together as a cohesive unit. Can Team APW do the same and be able to fend off the Carnival of Shadows in this main event?
And the Carnival game is simply this. One member of the Carnival of Shadows, one member of Team APW, and every 3 minutes, a member of the team who won the first match will join the game. Carnival games. And this will go on until all 4 members of each team have joined the game. Carnival games. And at that point, the game becomes Carnival over the top elimination.
But now Mr. Wrestler number 4 going right after Blackwell. Oh, and a kick to the spine by Omega.
It's impossible to watch your back in this match, but here we go. Omega's over the top rope. Omega's gone from this match.
Omega has been eliminated.
Team APW gets the man advantage for the first time in this contest. All that we have left is Dutra, Chicano Flame number 4.
Dennis DeMarco's in there somewhere, I believe.
Dennis DeMarco still in this contest, and all that's left for the Carnival of Shadows is Blackwell, Blackwell, Corvus, and Jekyll. But there goes Chicano Flame over the top rope.
Has been eliminated.
Excuse me, folks at home. I'm just so excited. This contest has been action-packed from start to now, and I'm starting to lose my breath. This match is insane.
I was trying to say earlier, it's impossible to watch your back in this kind of match. Jekyll is there, he's in the corner, he thinks he has that advantage on Double D, but you never know when Dennis DeMarco or Mr. Wrestling number 4 is going to run up right behind you and take that advantage away.
Double D, David, almost gone. Instead, counter springboarding over the top rope. Oh, but Jekyll's eliminating him.
Looks like we have a 3-on-2 advantage right now. We got Jekyll's, Corvus, and Blackwell representing the Carnival of Shadows up against the front runners of Team APW, those men that have been on the front lines the whole time, Mr. Wrestling number 4 and Dennis DeMarco.
Oh, there's a big windmill fist to the face of Corvus by Mr. Wrestling number 4. Double axe handle takes him over the top rope.
That's the leader of the Carnival of Shadows that just got eliminated. What does this mean for the Carnival of Shadows? They don't have their puppet master in there any longer.
Well, Mr. Wrestling number 4 taking a moment to say something to the cameras, and he gets tossed over the rope by Corvus.
Wrestling number 4 has been eliminated.
Security not able to get there in time to stop Corvus from interjecting himself back into this match after being eliminated, and he and Mr. Wrestling number 4 are going at it outside the ring. It looks like security and Toby Reynolds are trying to get him into the back.
Corvus and Mr. Wrestling number 4 have been fighting each other non-stop since the beginning of this war. They have cost each other matches. They have done everything that they can to make sure that the other one doesn't see a measure of success.
And look, Matthew Thiel, the 2 men that started this match, Blackwell and Dennis DeMarco, are 2 of the 3 that are left. But DeMarco is at a huge disadvantage. But you hear the Gym Wars crowd is strongly behind DeMarco. He is Team APW's last hope. DeMarco trying to fight with everything he's got, using every ounce of energy he can gain from the Gym Wars crowd here at the All Pro Wrestling Garage. Matthew Thiel, this has got to be one of the most exciting matches I've seen in all pro wrestling history.
And you have to give it to Vince DeMarco. He's been in there since the very beginning, and he's still able to take it to Jekyll's. I don't think I've seen I don't even have the words for it, John.
Well, Jekyll's looking for the choke slam, and he does it. The choke slam takes DeMarco over the top rope.
And once all 4 members of the team have hit the floor, that will be your team. The Carnival Games will be won by the Carnival of Shadows.
We win the Carnival Games.
It seems like every member of the Carnival of Shadows likes to laugh. Some of them like to play. It may be demented, it may be from the heart, it may be with a big smile in front of your face, but you know something? Foreheads, Mr. Wrestling isn't laughing no more. Everyone saw Corvus get eliminated by my hands. Team APW was rolling. We had the Carnival game on lock. And yet, what happens? Mr. Wrestling turns his attention to one of the other Carnival of Shadows, and you, Corvus, had the gall, had the nerve to come in illegally and dump me out, eliminating me from the game. But like I said before, Mr. Wrestling doesn't play games. Last week shouldn't have happened. And you know something? The foreheads, they want not blood. They just want to see me get my hands around your scrawny little neck, Corvus. In 2 weeks. That's about a good time for me to get my revenge. That's a great time. I went and saw Commissioner Perez. And oh yeah, you bet he's going to make it happen. He put the okay stamp of approval. And Corvus, you're not going to have those Carnival of Shadows there to have your back. It's going to be mano a mano, face to face. You're man enough to throw someone from behind. Be man enough to try to throw me while I'm standing in front of you. Bring it, kid.
Mr. Wrestling number 4.
No more.
I understand that you've challenged me to a match. To say that I accept that match would be a gross understatement. You cost me the APW Universal Heavyweight title. You eliminated me from the Carnival game. For you to think that I don't want to hurt you much worse than you want to hurt me, I could laugh. So Mr. Wrestling number 4, I'm not only going to hurt you in our match, but I'm going to do something that no one else has ever done to you. I'm going to take your mask away. I'm going to show the fans of all pro wrestling that you are just as much of a freak as myself or any member of the Carnival of Shadows. When I wear a mask, it's to make a statement. And when I take yours, it'll be an even bigger statement. So Mr. Wrestling number 4, I hope you're ready for the fans to finally see your face. For those same fans who have loved you so much to turn their backs on you.
There you have it, folks. No love lost between these two competitors, Mr. Wrestling number 4 and Corvus. Can't wait to get their hands on each other. I don't know about you, but the way I figure it, someone's got to make a match between these two. Otherwise, their acts are going to spill all over APW. Now, next week, we've got a main event that you've been waiting to see. Timothy Thatcher has stated that his goal in 2011 is to win the Universal Heavyweight title. He's got the right to go for it by beating Jody Christopherson in a World of Sport match. Kind of played to his strengths, but he took advantage, and now he's got the shot. He's taking on Dylan Drake next week. Let's see what the champion has to think about this upcoming match.
In one short week, I've got quite possibly the biggest task of my career ahead of me. And that task lies in the British Messiah, Timothy Thatcher, a man who's had his eyes on the APW Universal Heavyweight title for quite some time now. A man who all of these fans, all of these people I respect, and people I listen to, have been saying time and time again that you are quite possibly the best in California and quite possibly the best in professional wrestling today. And I like to consider myself a fighting champion. I listen to the people, I listen to the fans, and as a fighting champion, I'm ready for you, Timothy Thatcher. I'm ready to jump into that ring with you one more time and to prove to everybody again and to prove to myself that the All-Pro Wrestling Universal Heavyweight title belongs around my waist and that I will never, ever let you take it from me.
It looks like Dylan Drake is out to prove he's a fighting champion. He can't wait to get his hands on Tim Thatcher. Should be a challenge for him. Now up next, folks, it's our main event. Will Rood versus the boss, Derek Sanders. Don't go away, and I'll see you next week.
Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If you are interested in having All Pro Wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
Eight of the top young talents in Northern California.
This really wasn't about all pro wrestling tonight. This is about professional wrestling in Northern California. Everyone in this tournament are winners. It's about coming up. It's about paying your dues, working hard. And they did that for you fans tonight.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. John Roberts and Matthew Thiel here for the main event of Saturday morning All-Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. It will be this man, the boss, Derek Sanders, taking on his former employee, Will Rood.
The disrespectful former employee of Will Rood.
Making his way to the ring first from Los Gatos, California, weighing 223 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal, the boss, Derek Sanders.
In all seriousness, John Roberts, all of the gifts that Derek Sanders has bestowed upon Will Rood have just been flushed down the toilet by the young APW Boot Camp graduate. He had everything in the world. It's essentially as if his wrestling career was born with that silver spoon directly in his mouth, and he just threw that all away. Why would anybody in their right mind do that?
Well, I think Will Rood finally had enough of putting up with all the shenanigans that the boss, if you will, that the boss was having him do, all the backstabbing to his friends that he had made in the APW boot camp, and he decided to finally go his own way, and he quit the employ of the boss, but he paid the price. The boss attacked him from behind, and that is why this match is happening today on Gym Wars.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing 185 pounds, Will Rood.
And now look, Will Rood has already his own personalized merchandise, and where did he get the money for that from? From the boss, Derek Sanders.
Well, Will Rood is fired up for this match. He is publicly stated today on Gym Wars that today Boss 8 goes bankrupt, and he is just going right after Derek Sanders. just sweeping the legs and just going right after his face. Right hands aplenty. Will Rood is on fire.
And the boss, Derek Sanders, going out, taking a breather as he should.
And there goes Will Rood right after him once again.
Jerk.
Will Rood just taking the fight to the boss, not even letting him get a shot in, not even letting him get a handshake if he wanted to in. Oh, but there's the boss to cut him off right away, and a shot to the gut from the boss, Derek Sanders.
Veteran move there by the boss. Will Rood gave Derek Sanders the higher ground, and he paid for it.
Will Rood trying to fight back, right hands to the face of the boss, but Derek Sanders with a knee to the gut, the veteran know-how of the boss, the former Triple Crown champion here in All Pro Wrestling, looking for the drop kick, but nobody home. Now Will Rood just going after his face with that right hand.
Those closed fists of Will Rood, not even giving Derek Sanders the opportunity to wrestle this match fairly. Will Rood has already thrown the rule book out of the window. I don't understand where this kid is getting all of this animosity from.
Well, this Jim Moore's crowd is strongly behind Will Rood. I'm sure that they have all been on youtube.com/allprowrestling all week long looking at all the pain and agony that the boss has put Will Rood through for the last few months here on Jim Moore's. And now Will Rood is trying to get his revenge. Oh, but there's the boss playing games with him, just running around the ring and finally getting the upper hand on Will Rood. And now throwing him over the top rope into the war zone, but Will Rood hangs on.
Derek Sanders turning his attention to the referee, not focusing on Will Rood. You know, when you're facing an opponent that is worked up as Will Rood is, you got to keep your eye on him the whole time. Don't let him have a moment of your misattention.
And Will Rood trying to throw the boss over the top rope, but the boss able to counter it slightly, but I think he may have injured his wrist while doing so. He was grabbing it there for a moment.
He's the boss, Derek Sanders. He has supernatural-like abilities to heal. He'll be fine.
Well, Derek Sanders in trouble early on, and it looks like he's going to take his ball and go home.
Hey, you know, if that's the choice you need to make, if you can't continue this match, you have to do what's right for yourself.
Derek Sanders walking out of this match. We'll be right back.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Boot Camp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling home APW Boot Camp is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include The Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley, and Alyssa Flash. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396.
And we're back to All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. Derek Sanders keeps threatening to walk out of this match with Will Rood, his former employee. And now he's having some words with Toby Reynolds. Matthew Theon, what do you make of this?
Obviously, the boss, Derek Sanders, is torn right now. He's not sure if he wants to do the right thing and kick the crap out of Will Rood for the indiscretions and disrespect that he's been showing him, or if he wants to go take care of himself, make sure that he's healed up, ready for another Universal Heavyweight Championship run. And I guess he's made his choice.
Well, the boss, Derek Sanders, did something I didn't think I would see him do. He turned his back on his opponent, and Will Rood made him pay for it. Belly-to-back suplex from the rookie. Will Rood trying to make a statement here that he is his own man, and he is
whoa.
by the boss, Derek Sanders.
I don't believe what Will Rood did right there. I feel sick to my stomach, John Roberts.
Well, there was a cover by Will Rood, only able to get the one count. Don't forget, it was Rood who said that today is the day that Boss Inc. goes bankrupt. And there's a big shot to the back of the neck of the boss by Rood, and setting him up for a neck breaker. Instead, gets countered by the boss, shot into the ropes. Oh, tilt-a-whirl backbreaker from the boss.
What strength by the boss, Derek Sanders, muscling over this. How heavy is Will Rood? 180, 200 pounds? Easily.
And now the boss just targeting the spine and the back of Will Rood, probably setting him up for the Los Gatos leg lock. There's a shot to the spine once again.
Absolutely. The boss, Derek Sanders, he is a veteran inside that ring. He knows exactly what he's doing at all points in the match. He knows what he's leading for. He knows how he's going to end every match, whether it be the Sandblaster, the F5, or the Los Gatos leg lock. Every move is premeditated. He knows exactly what he's doing there.
strike to the face of Rood. Rood trying to fight back, but to no avail. The boss is there right away to knock him down. Throws him hard into that turnbuckle, and did you hear the impact when Rood's spine met that turnbuckle? And now the boss taking liberties with the rules once again, utilizing that referee 5 count to its fullest extent, putting all of his pressure on the throat of young Will Rood.
He's doing what he needs to do to teach Will Rood that lesson, that very important lesson in life. You do not cross the boss.
Scoop and a slam from the boss. There's a cover. 1, 2, almost 3 that time. And the boss, after just about 5 minutes, almost had Will Rood where he wanted him with a 1, 2, 3 pinfall victory. And now setting him up for a camel clutch. The boss trying to put pressure on that spine. And now applying a half Nelson and a cravat at the same time. Smart technique from the boss, trying to apply more pressure to the already damaged spine of Will Rood. Matthew Thiel, Will Rood is in a heap of trouble here. What is going to be his keys to victory in this contest?
There are no keys to victory in this contest. You're in the ring with the boss, Derek Sanders. There is no way that Will Rood, in his one of his very first matches here in APW, there's no way that he's going to be able to overcome the boss, Derek Sanders, Triple Crown champion here at APW.
Well, the boss has all the accolades that you would want from an APW Boot Camp Graduate, Triple Crown champion, the man who's always made a name for himself here in all pro wrestling and has always been at the forefront of anything going on in an APW ring. And he is just taking Will Rood to the proverbial woodshed here and trying to make him pay for quitting the employ of the boss. There's a cover. 1, 2, almost 3 that time for the boss.
Really, John Roberts, there is no one person better to learn this crap from than the boss, Derek Sanders. He has been to the top and to the bottom of all of professional wrestling all over the United States. He's been invited to many shows hosted by World Wrestling Entertainment. The boss, Derek Sanders, is the man in professional wrestling to learn this sport from.
Well, some great amateur technique on display here from the boss, utilizing every ounce of his training and applying pressure, using all of his body weight in that rear bear hug on Will Rood down on the mat. But now Will Rood gets back up to his feet, trying to fight back with some back elbows, but he gets rammed into the corner. And Will Rood just got his face crushed with that huge shoulder tackle. And now all the pressure from the boss's weight being put on the chest and collarbone of Will Rood.
Will Rood trying to avoid those shoulder tackles in the corner. And I think he got a worse attack from it, taking that entire side and the hip of the boss, Derek Sanders, right to the face.
Derek Sanders utilizing his body weight there, putting all of it into throwing Will Rood into that corner. Taking a moment to look hard into our cameras and say, I am the boss, and show the crowd who he is and what he's all about. And right now, young Will Rood in a heap of trouble, but he floats over. There's a roll-up. 1, 2, could he get the 3? No, only able to get 2 that time. And with a clothesline, takes down Will Rood. There's a cover. 1, 2, lateral press, only 2 that time for the boss. And this match has been almost over on so many close occasions here. And now a rear choke applied by the boss.
I really have nothing to say about this. The movement and the tenacity from the boss, Derek Sanders, it's quite mesmerizing. I'm here. I'm watching this match. I'm watching Will Rood receive the punishment that he so desperately deserves from the disrespect that he's shown Derek Sanders over the last couple of weeks.
Well, that rear headlock applied by the boss, putting all the pressure, all of his body weight into it. This crowd behind Will Rood trying to will him into this match. No pun intended, folks. Rood into the corner. Sunset flip, rolls him up. 1, 2, but a click of the heels knocks the equilibrium of Will Rood off. And now the boss going right back after him. Big back elbow to the back of the head of Will Rood.
I will say one thing about Will Rood in this match. He does want the victory. You could tell in how he is fighting the boss at every corner, and every chance he has, he is trying to find some sort of reversal. He's trying to find some sort of way to get that quick victory over the boss, because he knows the only way to do it is to shock the boss and get that quick win.
Well, the boss going right back after him with that half Nelson cravat, but Will Rood able to crawl to the bottom rope and break the hold. Will Rood trying to fight out of this match, but the boss has had his number, and not to any surprise to this commentator, it's, the boss is the one who's been training Will over the last few months here in All Pro Wrestling, pulling him out of the APW Boot Camp and giving him his own personal training and putting him up in the trio. Whoa, just assaulting him in the corner. As we've reached the 10-minute mark in this match, Will Rood in a heap of trouble. We'll be right back, folks, to All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars.
Do you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? The APW Boot Camp Training School is accepting applicants for pro wrestlers, managers, valets, and referees. All Pro Wrestling, home of APW Boot Camp, is where future legends are born. For the last 19 years, APW has been the leader in talent development. Top graduates include The Great Khali, Crash Holly, Spike Dudley, and Alyssa Flash. For your free brochure, call us at 510-785-8396. Are you or your son or daughter celebrating a birthday soon? There's no better way to celebrate a birthday than to throw the birthday person a pro wrestling themed birthday party. We have several packages available, including renting our facility with a customized pro wrestling show. Bring your birthday cake and invite your guests to attend a private pro wrestling birthday party. If you are interested in having All Pro Wrestling be a part of your birthday celebration, give us a call at 510-785-8396 or visit the website at www.allprowrestling.com.
And we're back to All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. John Roberts and Matthew Thiel here in the broadcast booth. If you are just joining us, Will Rood, the former employee of that man, the boss, Derek Sanders, is trying to go after his former employee, but the boss, his former employer, but the boss there to cut him off with a big back elbow, lateral press, only able to get two that time.
Will Rood has put up a fight in this match. I'm going to really have to give it to this rookie. This is really the first time we've actually been able to see his skills shine, and you can tell how much he's learned from the boss, even just in the ring gear that Will Rood has worn to the ring. You see that baby blue, there's rhinestones at the top of his shorts that he's wearing. There is a lot of the boss, Derek Sanders, in Will Rood.
Matthew, I actually had a chance to ask Will Rood about that color. He said it's tar heel blue. I saw him before we went on the air today. It's tar heel blue, not baby blue.
Who cares, John Roberts? Let's talk about the wrestling match at hand.
Well, there's a cover one. Only one that time. I just like to prove you wrong every so often. And, I have a question for you since we're on the subject. Why haven't you ever asked the boss to be one of the members of the All-Stars?
It's a very easy answer, John Roberts, mostly because the boss, Derek Sanders, doesn't need me. The people that I lead to the ring need me. They need me to achieve that next level. They need my expert guidance to win championships. But the boss, Derek Sanders, doesn't need that.
It looks like he could use you right now. He's getting countered by Will Rood, who floated over out of that belly-to-back suplex, a couple of drop kicks, and now Will Rood is large and in charge in this contest.
Do you not believe that Derek Sanders has plan A, B, C, and D set up for this match? He's got everything in his bag. There's nothing that he can gain from me other than maybe a bigger paycheck.
Well, both men took a moment to catch some breath on the ropes, and Will Rood was the first one back on the assault. A flying forearm smash to the face of the boss. And there he is, crawling towards the cover. 1, 2, gonna be 3. No! Derek Sanders able to kick out just in time.
Will Rood looks like he's going to the ropes here up in the high rent district, or high risk actually.
Well, Will Rood moving on up to that second rope, dropping the forearm across the face. 1, 2, could it be 3? Only able to get 2. Only able to get 2, but he was so close to the victory following that huge forearm drop from the second rope. The boss calling for a timeout. Theo, it looks like maybe he's taking a page out of your playbook.
Hey, he needs a timeout. He needs a chance to breathe, recollect his thoughts, or lure Will Rood right into that trap which he was setting up the entire time.
The boss playing possum, asking for a timeout. Instead, brings Will Rood's face into that second turnbuckle. Oh, could he be thinking Sandblaster F5 here? Could he be looking for the F5? Sets him up for no. Will Rood counters it. Huge European uppercut. Rocks the boss and a clothesline over the top rope. The boss's face smashing hard on the ring apron as he lands in the front row of the war zone.
What does Will Rood gain from a count-out victory at this point? Why doesn't he keep his opponent in the middle of the ring, where he can control him, where he can pin him, where he can make him submit? Why would he throw him to the outside like that? I don't understand this kid.
I don't think he's going for a count-out victory. He's going to that top rope. Will Rood looks like he's getting ready to fly into the front row of the war zone. He takes off. Will Rood just took out the boss, and he continues to fight him on the floor of the garage.
I'm surprised that Will Rood is able to get up from that. It looked like he landed right on his head.
These fans in standing ovation appreciation of what Will Rood just did, putting his body on the line for the APW fans and for himself, trying to make a name for himself following quitting the employ of the boss.
What a clever way to get the people behind you. What a clever way to make an impact on your first match by walking out as a quadriplegic. How is he going to have a wrestling career if he jumps off the top rope like that and almost breaks his own spine?
Will Rood trying to hit that neck breaker and does so. Wait, what the heck?
I told you A, B, C, and D has been planned for in this match. It looks like the boss, Derek Sanders, has somebody new under his employment, perhaps.
Well, a DDT just plants Will Rood, and Rood is out cold. He's just limp, dead weight. Who's the man in black? I know you know who this is. Who's the man in black?
I may know, but I am not at liberty to say. It could be anybody. It could be Sparky Ballard. Where's Sparky? I don't see Sparky anywhere. That man's dirty. He's rotten.
Well, a double team assault on Will Rood from Derek Sanders and this man in black. And out come the Suburban Commandos and out of control Matt Carlos to make the save.
Where's Jody Christopherson? Maybe it's Jody. Maybe Jody's behind that black mask.
Well, Derek Sanders, I believe, thinks he won, but...
And the winner by disqualification, Will Rood.
Well, there's the official word. Will Rood declared the winner via disqualification.
He may have won via disqualification, but he is feeling the effects of that match, and the boss, Derek Sanders, made sure that his message has been well sent and hopefully well received to Will Rood.
Well, not just the effects of the match, but of the beatdown that ensued. Folks, next week, a blockbuster main event. The British Messiah, Timothy Thatcher, challenges Dylan Drake, and it is for the Universal Heavyweight Championship.
And we know this one is going to just completely take over All Pro Wrestling. It is the only match scheduled for next week. We know that these two can take each other to the limit, and we are going to see it next week. All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars Universal Heavyweight Championship is on the line.
Well, folks, that's next week. Until then, for Matthew Thiel and everyone at All Pro Wrestling, I am John Roberts. We'll see you next week for All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars.